Did you know that in the time it takes you to blink, Mark Zuckerberg just made a few $100s? And by the time this sentence ends, he's already earned more money than many people will make in an entire year. We see these headlines all the time. Zuckerberg adds $10 billion to net worth. But here's the problem. The human brain can't actually understand what a billion is. It's too big, too abstract. But a minute? A minute is something we all get. So today, on Money Explained, we're doing something different. We're going to track Mark Zuckerberg's money in real time, second by second, to understand how a billionaire makes money faster than most people will in their entire lifetime, and more importantly, why his official salary is just $1. Let's start with the biggest myth of them all. Mark Zuckerberg's salary as the CEO of Meta is $1 per year. That's it. On paper, a food delivery driver earns a higher salary than the founder of Facebook. So how does someone with a $1 salary become one of the richest people on earth? Here, the first rule of wealth that almost nobody is ever taught. Salary is for employees. Assets are for billionaires. If Mark Zuckerberg paid himself a $100 million salary, nearly half of it would disappear instantly to taxes. That's how the system is designed. Instead, Mark owns the company. He owns roughly 13% of Meta, which is around 350 million shares, and that changes everything. When Meta's stock price goes up, Mark doesn't get paid in cash. His net worth increases. Let's simplify the math. If Meta's stock rises by just $40 per share over a year, someone who owns one share makes $40. But Mark owns 350 million shares. That single move adds roughly $14 billion to his net worth. Now, let's break that down. Divide it by 365 days. Then by 24 hours. Then by 60 minutes. That comes out to roughly $26,000 per minute. Every single minute. While he sleeps, while he eats, while he's doing absolutely nothing at all. So how does he actually spend money if his salary is just $1? Well, he doesn't sell his stock, he borrows against it. Banks happily give loans to billionaires using their shares as collateral. This strategy is famously called buy, borrow, die. You buy assets, you borrow against them instead of selling. And because loans aren't considered income, they aren't taxed. That's how billionaires legally avoid massive taxes, not by hiding money, but by never turning their assets into income. Now for the real question. Where does that $26,000 a minute actually come from? It doesn't just appear out of thin air. It comes from attention. You see, Meta is not a social media company. It's a data and advertising empire. Every time you scroll through Instagram, pause on a reel, click a link, or watch a video, data is being collected. That data is then sold to advertisers. You are not Meta's customer. You are the product. Meta's real customers are the advertisers paying to access your attention. And in recent years, something changed the game completely. AI. Meta didn't just sell ads anymore. They started using artificial intelligence to make those ads terrifyingly accurate. The better the targeting, the more advertisers are willing to pay. The more advertisers pay, the higher Meta's revenue. The higher the revenue, the higher the stock price. Mark Zuckerberg isn't working harder. His algorithms are That's leverage. Let's visualize just how insane this really is. In 1 second, Mark Zuckerberg makes roughly $400 to $500 in asset growth. That's a brand new gaming console. Every single second. In 1 minute, he makes about $26,000. That's a brand new car. In 1 hour, that's over $1.5 million. That's a luxury apartment every single hour. And in 1 day, that's around $37 million. Here's the part that really hits hard. The average person in the United States will earn around $1.7 million in their entire lifetime. Mark Zuckerberg's net worth can change by that amount in about 1 hour. What takes most people 40 to 45 years to earn takes them a lunch break. But there's a dark side to this incredible speed. Because Mark's wealth is tied to the stock market, it moves just as fast in the opposite direction. When Meta's stock drops by just 1%, Mark can lose billions in net worth on paper. On bad market days, he can lose millions of dollars per minute. These are the golden handcuffs of the billionaire class. You're worth billions on paper, but if you tried to sell everything at once, the price would collapse and that wealth would disappear. And that's exactly why they borrow instead of sell. So what's the real lesson here? It's not really about Mark Zuckerberg. It's about the system. Salary trades your time for money. Equity, or ownership, trades your ownership for leverage. Net worth, IS&T cash, in the bank at S. Just a scoreboard showing how much the market believes in your assets at any given moment. In the time you've watched this video, Mark Zuckerberg's net worth has likely moved by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, you probably can't build the next Facebook. But you can stop thinking only like an employee and start thinking like an owner. Because in the modern economy, wealth doesn't come from working harder. It comes from owning what works while you sleep. This is Money Explained. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.